So hello everybody. I'm going to share with y'all on this video a recipe if you're doing like a bridal luncheon or a baby shower or a bridge party, whatever you're doing. And I'm going to show you how it would be done I'm going to tell you how you would do it in a fancy way. And I don't know if you can see from that picture. That's the fancy way. But I'm going to show y'all the lazy man's family way. So I'm going to start. I'm starting the recipe kind of backwards. This is for the topping, but it's got to be refrigerated. So I'm going to use 1 envelope of plain gelatin. And then I'm going to just pour the cold water over that and let it sit for, about a minute. And then I'm going to add, after it sits, I'm going to add 1/3 cup of boiling water to it. And over here, I have 2 cups of heavy cream. That looks like a cup of sugar.
It's actually 2/3.
2/3. And I've got about half a cup of chopped, diced maraschino cherries, y'all. And because that has to sit, I'm doing this part first. But this is a pretty little...
Paula, there's also some cherry juice sitting on this little table.
Yes.
That's going to go in as well.
Oh, okay.
And I just forgot to put it over there for you.
I thought this was just put aside for me to drink, for me to sip on.
It's not.
Okay, I love maraschino cherries. Okay, our water was boiling, and I'm gonna add 1/3 cup of the boiling water over our cold water and our gelatin. And I'm gonna stir this, make sure it's completely dissolved. Look at that little whisk, isn't that cute?
Mm-hmm. You have all kinds of cute little accessories.
I do. And, you know, if I don't have it, folks are so great out there. They'll send me things that they really like, which is wonderful. I appreciate it so much. Because I really don't, I don't get out much anymore.
Well, it's too hot right now.
Yeah, it is too hot. Plus, with me not driving anymore, I can't just get out and go. All right, this needs to sit for about 5 minutes. I'm gonna do my talking while the mixer is not running. So I'm gonna beat my whipping cream until it's, kind of bubbly. And then I'm going to add my 2/3 cup of sugar slowly, and then I'm going to fold in my diced cherries, my cherry juice, and the gelatin. Okay, so all the sugar's added. Now I'm going to slowly add my gelatin. And this is gonna make it real stiff. So it'll do what we want it to do. That looks good. Make sure I got all the goodie out of the gelatin. All right, so now I'm gonna fold in our cherry juice and our chopped maraschino cherries. Cherries make any dessert kind of special, doesn't it? You see a cherry and it's got to be good. So see how pretty that is? You could always add a little red food coloring to it if you wanted it a little pinker. but I think that's nice and it's a soft pink. So in the refrigerator, this goes for 2 hours. And I'm gonna just stick it in the refrigerator drawer. Listen, I ain't gonna make y'all suffer watching me mix up a box of brownie mix. So this is what we started with, box brownie, but we didn't do it by the instructions on the back, y'all. We added, I think, 1/3 of a cup of all, 2 eggs, 1/4 of a cup of water.
Yes, ma'am.
Some chocolate chips
That's
and
a
vanilla.
cup and vanilla.
Just mix that together, and you want to bake it on a jelly roll pan, which is a 15 by 10. And so it's going to be thin. And this direction, this,
You need me? I think that it might screw.
you think it might screw? I don't think it do screw. I think it's like me. Oh, wait. It does. All right, you would want to do it this size.
Is this if we're being fancy?
This is the fancy way. You know, Teresa, I just don't have the strength that I used to have.
Which is why we do it the lazy man's way.
That's right. But this is really pretty. And then our topping, we would put in a pastry bag, give it a little squirt, and it would be a nice little bite for a bunch of little ladies that have gotten together for a shower or a luncheon or a bridge, whatever. Just right. Just right for that.
But we're not doing it that way.
I don't think we ought to do it either. It's Friday, Teresa. I think this is so good. I think we just need to frost it.
I'm with you. And guess what? Frosting's already ready. It's been 2 hours.
Yes. So what do y'all think? I've shown you how to do the fancy way if you want to impress somebody. And then I'm going to show you the way that most families would likely find it easier to do this way. So,
This way it doesn't look like a recipe that you only make during
right,
fancy season.
right. So I'm just stirring up my whipped cream. Now, if I was gonna do that, let me just show y'all. Another thing that you could do, Teresa, if you didn't want to use the heavy whipping cream and cherries, you could drizzle melted chocolate. You could ice it with a chocolate icing.
Which you do with brownies all the time, and they are fabulous.
I don't make a brownie that I don't frost it. So if you wanted it frosted or you wanted it this way, either way would work. And we're showing y'all on the web that we have piped this in. So I'm not going to put much in there because I'm just going to do the one. Come on, stick to that brownie. There you go.
Look
You see how pretty that would be on a plate? Really prim and proper and ladylike, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Now just dump it all over the top and we'll be good to go.
Yes.
Now this is how we really do it.
Yes. You know, there's several ways you can handle this. You could cut this into squares and have your topping in the refrigerator and top it as you go, as you eat it. Because once you put this topping on it, y'all, it's gonna have to be refrigerated, I'm afraid. So I'm just gonna do part of it. And then, after I cut this off and cut it up, I'm gonna frost the rest with a chocolate icing. Or you could put this on a tray and pour ganache.
Or white chocolate. I mean, you could just drizzle with white chocolate.
Yeah, there's just
caramel. I mean, there's so many things you could do.
And you could top it with a almond or a pecan. So there we go. Hard to frost those holes. So that's it. Morning Glory. It's delicious and easy. Y'all, everything's all right. They're putting an awning up out back because it's so hot here. The sun goes down that way, and it is so blooming hot back there you can't go on the porch. So they're putting in an awning for us. The house is not collapsing. Hey y'all, it's Paula Deen. Now, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to like it and click the subscribe button as well as the notification bell to be alerted when I post a video. Love and best dishes, y'all.